with the plan?
It was always the...
The sprawling Toretto family saga faces its greatest threat yet when Dante Reyes, the son of drug lord Hernan Reyes, emerges from the shadows, seeking vengeance for his father's death a decade prior. Dante meticulously orchestrates a series of devastating traps, targeting Dom and his crew globally, forcing them to confront the irreversible consequences of their past actions and pushing their unbreakable bonds to the ultimate limit in a desperate fight for survival.
And with us inside!
That's them!
And...
That's it!
Oh, thank God, Dom, Letty!
Damn it, he's fast.
Lock on, team.
Days where one man behind the wheel of a car are over.
You got me. My car.
Screw you.
No.
betrayed.
You owe me suffering. The life you led. It's the life. It's everything. You.
Remember, the plan contain and kidnap alive. At least for a while.
I'm coming for you, son.
But they're still on your tail.
Oh.
B. Shut up.
Dom, I lost him.
Hey, Dominic, who could have seen this coming? I mean, you know.
I can't get...
Also won't be coming to the next barbecue.
3 miles away. Take the service route.
You know how to beat your dad in a street race?
My turn.
Oh. After back there? Did you really think it was going to be this? Wait for it.
Knowing that you couldn't save yourself.
I have faith.
Hey guys, today we dive headfirst into the exhilarating, gravity-defying, and surprisingly emotional roller coaster that is Fast X, the latest chapter in the saga where the laws of physics are merely suggestions and family is, well, everything. We're talking about a movie that takes everything you thought you knew about car chases, explosions, and character returns, then promptly throws it out the window with a knowing wink. Before you head off, if you're enjoying the kind of content I make, please consider liking and subscribing. No pressure, but it truly helps me keep the action coming. The story, as these things often do in the Fast universe, actually begins years ago, way back during the events of Fast 5. You remember the vault heist in Rio, right? The one where Dom and Brian pulled an entire bank vault through the streets of the city with 2 cars, like it was a particularly stubborn shopping trolley? Well, we get to see that iconic chase again, but this time from a slightly different perspective. It's not just a cool rehash, it's a foundational piece of world building, showing us the ripple effects of every impossible stunt. We see Dom and Brian, younger, faster, pulling that massive metal box, leaving a trail of destruction. And then we see Hernan Reyes, the local drug lord, scrambling, his empire collapsing around him. And then we catch a glimpse of someone else, a younger man, witnessing his father's undoing, his eyes burning with a silent, simmering fury. This isn't just about money or power for him, it's deeply personal, etched into his his very being. The world of Fast and Furious isn't just about cars and heists, it's about the deep, generational impact of those actions. Fast forward to the present day. Dom Toretto, living what seems like a relatively peaceful existence, is preparing a barbecue, naturally. His son, Little B, is growing up, mimicking his dad's love for cars, even if it's just a toy one. It's a fleeting moment of domestic bliss, the kind that always feels precarious in this franchise. You can almost hear the dramatic music building, signaling that this quiet won't last. The sounds of sizzling meat, happy chatter, and children's laughter almost make you forget that these people routinely outrun nuclear submarines. Roman, Tej, Ramsey, and Han are all there, a testament to the enduring, ever-expanding definition of family. Letty, as always, is by Dom's side, a picture of quiet strength. This gathering is practically a ritual, a sacred tradition that anchors their chaotic lives. It's a moment designed to show us what's at stake, what Dom cherishes above all else in a world that constantly tries to rip it away from him. Then, Cypher shows up. Oh, Cypher, just when you thought she was done causing trouble, she literally crashes the party, looking rather disheveled and in genuine need of help. She's been battered, her operation severely compromised, and her usual composure is gone. She explains that a new, terrifying player has entered the game, someone far more dangerous and utterly unhinged than she ever was. This new antagonist, she warns, isn't interested in money or power in the conventional sense. He's after Dom and his family, driven by a vendetta that goes back years. He's been systematically dismantling her network, leaving her with nowhere else to turn. It's a fantastic piece of world building. Even the villains have villains, and the true threat often lies beyond what you can see. Cypher, the master manipulator, is genuinely scared, and that alone tells us Dom is in for a seriously bad time. Cypher reveals that this new threat is Dante Reyes, Hernan Reyes' son. Remember that guy watching the vault scene? Yep, that's him. Dante isn't just looking for revenge, he's looking to make Dom suffer, to tear apart everything he holds dear, piece by agonizing piece. He wants to make Dom feel the kind of pain he felt watching his father's empire crumble and his father die. This isn't a quick hit-and-run revenge. It's a meticulously planned, slow-burn psychological torture. The reveal of Dante's connection to the past immediately raises the stakes, showing that in the Fast universe, every action has not just an equal and opposite reaction, but a disproportionately theatrical one. Dom, ever the protector, sends Little B away with Mia, ensuring his son's safety before facing the storm. He knows what's coming, a deep sense of dread settling over him, a familiar weight. The quiet moment of Mia taking Little B is charged with unspoken fear and promises. We hear the soft closing of a car door, the low hum of the engine pulling away, carrying precious cargo into an uncertain future. It's a necessary separation, but one that rips at the heart of Dom's world. This isn't just about protecting his biological son, it's about protecting the symbol of hope and future that Little B represents for the entire family. It's another example of the central tenet of the Fast world, family above all else. Soon after, a mission briefing from the agency turns into a trap. Dom and his crew are lured to Rome, believing they're there to retrieve a computer chip. The agency leadership, specifically Ames, the new head, has taken over since Mr. Nobody's mysterious disappearance. The air in the briefing room is tense, the low murmur of voices and the rustle of papers creating a false sense of security. Dom's instincts are screaming, a low thrumming in his chest, because in this world, trust is a luxury they rarely afford. As they arrive in Rome, Dante reveals his hand. He's planted a massive, spherical bomb, a rolling ball of destruction designed to detonate at the Vatican. The imagery is almost comical in its absurdity, a giant, literal ticking time bomb rolling through a historical city, but the danger is terrifyingly real. The ensuing chase through Rome is pure Fast and Furious mayhem. The sound of the rolling bomb, a low, guttural rumble that grows louder and more menacing with every smashed car and crumbling piece of architecture, is constant. Dom, in true fashion, takes matters into his own hands, attaching his car to the bomb, trying to steer it away from innocent lives. The screech of tires against ancient cobblestones, the roar of his engine, the metallic groans of the bomb casing as it scrapes against buildings. It's a symphony of chaos. He swerves, he pushes, he pulls, the sheer physical exertion evident in every muscle twitch. The ticking of the bomb is relentless, a metronome counting down to disaster. He manages to divert it into the Tiber River at the last second, the immense splash and subsequent deafening silence momentarily masking the fact that he's now a wanted man, framed for the attack. The sounds of emergency sirens start to wail in the distance, slowly growing louder, confirming the nightmare has only just begun. The audacity of the stunt, the complete disregard for physics, is a hallmark of this universe, and it's gloriously on display here. Back at the agency, Ames uses the Rome incident to brand Dom and his crew as international terrorists. Mr. Nobody, the enigmatic former boss, is still missing, and Ames seems all too eager to pin everything on Dom. This is a critical world-building moment, highlighting the theme that power structures can be easily corrupted and that even the good guys can turn. However, not everyone is buying it. Tess, Mr. Nobody's daughter, sees through Ames's thinly veiled accusations. She confronts Dom not with hostility, but with a cautious understanding. She believes in her father's belief in Dom, a powerful legacy connection. She offers him a lifeline, albeit a dangerous one, a way to uncover the truth and clear his name. She's navigating a treacherous bureaucratic landscape, a quiet defiance in a world dominated by official pronouncements. Meanwhile, Dom's family, scattered and on the run, faces their own challenges. Roman, Tej, Ramsey, and Han are in London trying to figure out Dante's next move. Their usual banter is sharper, tinged with genuine fear. We hear the frantic click-clack of keyboards as Ramsey tries to hack into Dante's network, the frustrated sighs of Roman, and the quiet, focused determination of Han. They realize Dante is playing a much larger, more intricate game, using their own tactics against them. He's brilliant, unpredictable, and seems to be 10 steps ahead. This isn't just a physical threat, it's a mental chess match, and Dante is playing with a full deck of wild cards. Back in Los Angeles, Jacob, Dom's estranged brother, is busy protecting Little B. Their dynamic is unexpectedly sweet, a gruff uncle trying his best to be a guardian while still being a super spy. We hear the gentle rumble of a modified car, designed for covert travel, as Jacob takes Little B on the run. The bond between them, built on shared Toretto blood and a newfound understanding, is touching. Jacob, once an adversary, now exemplifies the family credo, stepping up to protect the youngest generation. It's a beautiful arc, showcasing how the Toretto family, through all its messy history, always pulls together when it matters most. Dom, with Tess's help, goes to Brazil, specifically Rio, seeking answers. He visits the very streets where the vault heist happened, retracing his steps, almost feeling the echoes of the past. He knows Dante is manipulating everything, twisting their history into a weapon. He meets Isabel, a street racer and a former associate of Elena, Little B's mother. She has information, a piece of the puzzle, but her loyalty is divided, her trust hard won. The sounds of the bustling city, the distant samba music, create a vibrant backdrop to the quiet, intense conversation as Dom tries to piece together Dante's intricate web. He's trying to understand the rules of Dante's game, a game designed to exploit every weakness, every past decision. The story splits further. Letty, determined to find Cypher and understand the full scope of Dante's plan, goes to London. She tracks Cypher to a secret location, a grungy, dimly lit hideout filled with the low hum of servers and the quiet clicking of keyboards. There, an unexpected showdown occurs. Letty finds herself face to face with Cypher, but before they can fully process their unlikely alliance, they're ambushed by Dante's operatives. The ensuing fight is brutal and fast. We hear the sharp crack of punches, the muffled thud of bodies hitting walls, the rapid-fire exchange of blows. Letty's fighting style is raw, powerful, and desperate. Cypher, surprisingly, holds her own, a cold precision to her movements. It's a fascinating dynamic, two adversaries forced to fight side by side, united by a common terrifying enemy.
Dante's plan begins to escalate, targeting Little B specifically. He wants to make Dom feel the pain of losing a child. Jacob, with his advanced tech and incredible driving skills, becomes Little B's primary protector. They embark on a high-speed chase through the streets of Europe, a father figure and his nephew against an army of Dante's mercenaries. The sounds are classic fast, screaming tires, the roar of engines, the impact of metal on metal, the constant barrage of gunfire. Jacob's car, a heavily modified cannon car, is a marvel of the fast universe's engineering, packed with gadgets and defensive measures. He's not just driving, he's orchestrating a symphony of destruction, trying to keep Little B safe amidst the mayhem. The emotional stakes are incredibly high here, as Jacob, who once felt like an outsider, now embodies the ultimate familial protector. Back with Dom, he and Tess realize Ames is deeply compromised, either coerced or willingly working with Dante. This betrayal sends a shiver through the world of the agency. The trusted system, the network they relied on, is rotten from within. Tess makes a desperate call to Mr. Nobody's old friend, an unnamed, shadowy contact who provides them with vital intel. Dante is targeting a highly sensitive agency database, holding the identities of everyone who has ever worked with them. The threat isn't just to Dom's family, but to an entire network of hidden operatives globally. This is a massive threat to the world-building of the Fast universe. Exposing their hidden network would shatter the illusion of safety and anonymity many of their allies rely on. In a desperate move, Dom and Tess attempt to retrieve the database before Dante can. This leads to another incredible car chase and shootout. The sounds of rapid gunfire echo through the confined spaces, the metallic tang of spent casings hitting the ground, the desperate shouts of operatives. Dom's driving is as precise and deadly as ever, every maneuver calculated, every turn a potential escape or deadly trap. They manage to secure a crucial piece of information, but it comes at a heavy cost. Tess is injured, shot by Ames, revealing his true allegiance without a doubt. The crack of the gunshot is sickeningly clear, followed by Tess's sharp gasp of pain. Dom holds her, a rare moment of vulnerability amidst the explosions and car parts. It's a powerful moment that underscores the human cost of this relentless war.
Meanwhile, Letty and Cypher, still handcuffed together because why not, find themselves in a remote, snowy outpost. They're stranded, wounded, and completely out of their element. The biting wind howls around them, a stark contrast to the usual roaring engines. The crunch of their boots on fresh snow is one of the few sounds, emphasizing their isolation. Cypher, despite her villainous past, is forced to rely on Letty, leading to some incredibly tense and surprisingly funny interactions. They try to escape, but the desolate landscape and a relentless pursuit make it nearly impossible. Just when all hope seems lost, a submarine, yes, a submarine, breaks through the ice. And who emerges? Giselle, believed dead for years, very much alive and looking extremely capable. The gasp from the audience is almost audible. This is a massive world-building reveal, proving that in the Fast universe, death is often just a temporary inconvenience, and every past character can potentially return to change the game. The sound of the ice cracking under the immense weight of the submarine is truly impressive, a deep, resonant rumble that announces her dramatic return. Back with Jakob and Little B, the stakes couldn't be higher. Dante has managed to pinpoint their location, sending a heavily armed convoy after them. Jakob, knowing he can't outrun them forever, decides on a drastic measure. He rigs his cannon car with explosives, planning a final heroic sacrifice to give Little B a chance to escape. The tension builds with the low hum of the explosives being primed, the frantic clicks and whirs of the timer. He embraces Little B, a tender, unspoken goodbye. He then drives the car directly into Dante's convoy, creating a massive explosion that obliterates the pursuing vehicles and, seemingly, Jakob himself. The deafening roar of the explosion rips through the air, shaking the ground, followed by the sound of debris raining down, the metallic groans of burning wreckage. It's a gut-wrenching moment, a sacrifice that truly solidifies Jakob's place within the family. It's the ultimate act of selflessness, demonstrating that family isn't just blood, it's sacrifice.
Dom, grief-stricken but resolute, knows he has to confront Dante directly. He finds himself at the massive hydroelectric dam in Portugal, a monumental structure that mirrors the immense pressure he's under. Dante is there, waiting, holding Little B hostage. The roar of the dam's churning water is a constant, powerful backdrop to their tense confrontation, a natural force as relentless as Dante's revenge. Dante reveals his full plan. He's going to use 2 fuel tankers to blow up the dam, not only destroying the agency database located nearby, but also killing Dom and Little B, along with countless innocent lives downstream. He wants Dom to watch everything he loves crumble, just as Dante watched his father's world collapse. The ticking clock is no longer a bomb in Rome, but the irreversible flow of water and the relentless march of Dante's twisted scheme. The final showdown is a frantic race against time. Dom, in his iconic charger, races towards the dam, dodging Dante's mercenaries, their vehicles like angry wasps buzzing around him. The sounds of gunfire are relentless, pinging off his car, shattering glass. He drives with a singular focus, pushing his car to its absolute limits, the engine screaming in protest. Little B, still in Dante's custody, is a silent witness to the chaos, his small face a mixture of fear and growing understanding. Dom's goal isn't just to save his son, it's to prevent a catastrophic environmental disaster. The physical and emotional weight on Dom is palpable. Every gear shift, every swerve, every acceleration is imbued with desperation. Dante's helicopters appear, sleek and menacing, attempting to lift the fuel tankers into position for the dam destruction. The powerful thrum of their rotors fills the air, a deafening accompaniment to the unfolding disaster. Dom, with barely an inch to spare, manages to crash his car into one of the tankers, causing an explosion that sends it careening down the dam. The boom echoes across the valley, a concussive force that briefly silences everything else. He then uses the momentum, the sheer force of his car, to smash into the second tanker, triggering another, even larger explosion. It's a testament to Dom's insane driving skills and his complete disregard for personal safety when family is on the line. However, Dante, always a step ahead, has another trick up his sleeve. He triggers a secondary detonation, causing the dam itself to begin to crack, water starting to burst through the massive concrete structure. The grinding, groaning sounds of the dam under immense pressure are horrifying, signaling impending collapse. Dom, trapped with Little B, sees only one way out, a seemingly impossible jump off the collapsing dam into the raging river below, with Dante's helicopter bearing down on them. The choices are stark: burn, drown, or make a leap of faith that would make a stuntman faint. The roar of the crashing water, the crumbling concrete, the frantic shouts from Dante's helicopter, it's a sensory overload of impending doom. As Dom and Little B plummet towards the churning waters, their fate uncertain, a new threat emerges. Ames, the agency turncoat, appears in a helicopter, seemingly about to finish them off. His face is a mask of cold satisfaction. The thumping blades of the helicopter create a rhythmic, ominous beat as it hovers above the desperate duo. Just as he's about to fire, the tables turn yet again. The ground forces that Dom's team had been fighting earlier, led by the remnants of the agency loyal to Mr. Nobody, arrive. A fierce firefight erupts between Ames's crew and these loyalists. The crackle of machine gun fire, the shouts, the metallic thud of bullets hitting vehicles, it's a chaotic backdrop to Dom's descent. It's another reminder that the Fast universe is a sprawling web of alliances and betrayals, where lines are constantly blurred. The movie ends on a massive cliffhanger. Dom and Little B are still plunging towards the water, presumably trapped by the collapsing dam, with Dante's cackling voice echoing, promising more pain. The screen cuts to black, leaving audiences gasping. But just as you're catching your breath, waiting for the credits, we get another post-credit scene. This time, it's Luke Hobbs, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, receiving a phone call. It's Dante, who reveals that Hobbs was the one who pulled the trigger on his father, Hernan Reyes. Dante vows to come for Hobbs next. The thud of Hobbs's phone being slammed down, the tension in his voice, it's a perfect setup for the next installment, bringing yet another major character back into the fold, and further cementing the idea that no one ever truly leaves this universe, and every past action has future consequences. The world of Fast and Furious, with its interconnected threads of family, revenge, and impossible feats, just got even bigger and more complex. The layers of commitment shown by Dom and his crew, not just to each other, but to the values they embody, shine through even the darkest moments of peril. This journey, despite its explosions and impossible stunts, truly anchors itself in the strength found in unity, reminding us that even when the world crumbles around us, the bonds we forge can hold us steady. It's a powerful testament to finding light in chaos and purpose in adversity, reinforcing that connection truly is the greatest force in the universe. Fast X is an audacious, over-the-top spectacle that somehow manages to ground its incredible action in genuine emotional stakes, thanks to Jason Momoa's unhinged performance as Dante. It's a wild ride that pushes the boundaries of cinematic physics while still delivering on the core themes of family and consequence that define the franchise. Fast X is an audacious, over-the-top spectacle that somehow manages to ground its incredible action in genuine emotional stakes, thanks to Jason Momoa's unhinged performance as Dante. It's a wild ride that pushes the boundaries of cinematic physics while still delivering on the core themes of family and consequence that define the franchise.